Advent is a season of waiting on the birth of Jesus. Never in my life have I done more waiting than I am doing right now. You see, on Monday, my wife Dawn tested positive for COVID-19. She's got a really bad cough, a runny nose, and a fever of about 100, but so far has been able to stay out of the hospital. Our oldest son Christopher and I are quarantining at home, and so far are showing no symptoms. And so we're waiting for her to get better. We're waiting to see whether we catch this thing too. And we're waiting to see whether the precautions are really as effective as we hope they are. I thought it would be a productive use of my time to film one of these videos, and so here it goes. Do you know the legend about the poinsettia? It comes from Mexico and goes something like this. In a certain village, there were a young brother and sister. Every year, the village church in town set up a life-size nativity, and the town made a big deal about Christmas. There were festivals and there were parades. The young brother and sister longed to give something to the baby Jesus, but didn't feel like they had anything of value to give. One year on their way to services on Christmas Eve, they began picking weeds as they walked. Of course, the other children in town made fun of them. But when they got to the manger, they began gently and carefully placing the weeds around the manger. When they were done, miraculously, the leaves of the weeds began to turn bright red and take on a star-like pattern, much as we see them today. The moral of the story is the gift that God really values is the gift of our hearts. We see that in Mary when the angel Gabriel appeared to her and told her she would be with child, how she responded by saying, "Let it be done to me according to your will." We see that in Joseph, in that when the angel appeared to him in a dream and told him to take Mary as his wife, he wasn't afraid. We see that in the shepherds who, when the angels sang to them in the fields while they were watching their flocks by night, went to Bethlehem and then glorified and praised God for all they had heard and seen. Will you give your heart to Jesus this Christmas season? My name is Brad Olson, and this is our Wednesday, December 9th edition of a video series we call Alone Together. Please continue to pray for those who are infected by COVID-19. Pray for those who are on the front lines of treating those who are infected by COVID-19. Pray for our leaders as they help us to navigate through this unprecedented time. Pray for those who are working on a vaccine. Word is it ought to be coming out pretty soon. And pray for each of us that we will make good decisions to help slow the spread. Be safe and stay well. God bless.